What's up, party people? This is nobody's law. Okay, this is nobody's law. And I wanted to do a season 4 review for The Flash, the CW's DC TV show. And so I wanted to say, first off, I didn't really like season 3. And that seems to be a popular opinion. Savitar felt quite subpar compared to the previous season's villains, Reverse Flash and Zoom. And I think the showrunners realized that they were running out of high-quality speedster villains, so they decided to introduce the Thinker, or DeVoe, as they call him for the most part. And I gotta say that for a non-speedster, this guy really brought it. He is a true DC villain. It's not his charisma or physical intimidation that make him, but his deviousness. He's smart, and he's very interesting to watch. And he has everything planned. He has every contingency. So basically, his plan is to have Barry released out of the Speed Force at an exact location and time, having the following dark matter turn everybody on one specific bus into metahumans, and whose powers and body he then can steal for himself, and use them to ascend beyond humanity, and then regress all of humankind to a Stone Age-like mentality. Then he would be their master, their teacher, and he was willing to do anything to make that happen, including drugging his own wife. Now that just screams DC. This man is so cunning that he's even able to frame Barry for his own murder. There's a very emotional scene where DeVoe's original human body is planted at Barry and Iris's home, and the police are there trying to arrest Barry. And time slows down around Barry as he speeds up and takes a quick look around the apartment, and his eyes settle on a picture of Iris, and he says to himself, "Don't run." He lets himself be taken prisoner to protect his wife, and even more so, protects her by refusing to allow his identity to be revealed, which would have kept him out of prison and outed DeVoe as the villain he is. But he's more worried about protecting Iris than winning. The Elongated Man, Ralph Dibny, was a surprising favorite this season. He was a cop back when Barry first joined the force, and he was thrown out for evidence tampering. Then he gained his powers the same way the other bus metas did, and Barry found him and took him under his wing. They have a very conflicting relationship, and he adds a very good fresh blood feel to the team. And his humor is a much needed addition from the previous season's sidekick. And we really got to watch this man change, evolve, and become the hero this city needed, and even fall in love. I gotta admit, I cried when he died. I couldn't handle it. It was terrible. But then, at the end of the season, in hopes of finding the goodness in her husband's heart, DeVoe's wife aids the team in helping Barry get into DeVoe's mind. Unfortunately for her, the good DeVoe is dead. But fortunately for us, Ralph Dibny is there, alive and kicking. Him and Barry team up against an army of DeVoes and are able to get out, forcing DeVoe out of Ralph's body and into the void. Even being dead, DeVoe's plan is still in action. Satellites are raining down from the sky, but Team Flash is there to save this city again, along with the help of a mysterious girl. So, this girl who claims to be Nora Allen, Barry and Iris' future daughter, I gotta say, she really makes me excited to watch the next season. I'm sure whatever mistake she was talking about is only going to lead to another, hopefully awesome, big bad for the next season. I can't wait to see what they do with her. Later on in the season, Kid Flash leaves to join the Legends. I was pretty excited about the Wally West character. I always thought he was a really fun character and became a very good Flash in his own standing. But this show did not deliver on that. They tried to humanize him too much. Wally's moodiness and insecurities catch up. When Barry was in the Speed Force, Wally was the Flash, he was the hero, and he got all the recognition his massive ego could handle. But when Barry came back, he couldn't live in Barry's shadow anymore, so he left. And I think the showrunners knew that he was an unpopular character and just decided to write him out, as they do with most of the DC Legends characters. That's kind of what that show's about. Just it's like a holding for a bunch of different random Arrow and Flash characters that don't really fit in the story anymore. Iris gets to be Flash for the day. One of the bus metas has the ability to transfer powers from one person to another. And unaware of his abilities, he accidentally transfers destructive fire powers from a bank robber to some random stranger laying on the ground. And he seems to be like an angry troll. So, anyway, so then Barry and Iris get themselves in a similar situation when they go after the bus meta, and he accidentally transfers Barry's Speed Force powers to Iris, making her the Flash. And so it's up to her to save the day when the angry troll uses his newfound abilities to try to take the city for ransom. And he got his ass kicked, of course, because he's just an angry troll and he's just a plot device. But it was funny. It was kind of cool. I liked it. This season was definitely an improvement on the last season, but it still had some things that I think they could have done better. But it definitely leaves me hopeful for future Flash seasons. I'd give it a 7.5. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. Well, that's all for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I am Nobody's Law, and I am out of here. Peace.